Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is G. Cole, and welcome to Homegrown, where I get to share with you some good music while talking to some great people. Hello world, I hope you're feeling as good as I am. I want to big up all my homegrown listeners out there and welcome all the new listeners. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so we can keep you updated when new material is available. We will be posting new episodes bi-weekly. I want to thank everyone who has been listening and sharing. Please leave us a comment, we'd love to hear from you. Please check out the website homegrownwithgcole.com to listen and for all things homegrown. The podcast is now available on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, as well as all your podcast platforms. We're also very interactive. Please follow us on Twitter at MyGCole, Instagram at MyGCole, and Facebook at MyGCole. This is episode 26.
Happy feelings with me again. So lost, but today I found true love at last. Deep, deep in my heart, I believe I would love again. Oh yes, we will make a new start, sharing love to the very end. Joy and happiness to a soul who knows no tenderness. They may say you're no good for me, but the blind will never, never see. Oh, deep, deep in my heart, I believe I would love again. Joy and happiness to a soul who knows no tenderness. They may say you're no good for me, but the blind will never, never see. Oh, deep, deep in my heart, I believe I would love again.
Music's got its royalty. Hip-hop's got its Queen Latifah. R&B's got its Aretha Franklin. We've got our Marcia Griffiths. In my eyes, the best to have ever done it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Miss Marcia Griffiths.
Thank you for having me.
The pleasure is mine. First of all, I'm a disclaimer. I'm going to ask every question in the book. I've been trying to sit down with you for the longest.
Really?
And I got to do it all within my power to keep you in this seat as long as it's possible. Your car, tire gone, ear gone out of the tire, all them things there. It's a setup. I got to do what I got to do because I'm a huge, as you know.
At my age, I'm supposed to be in my bed now.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Marcia, here's the thing. The music is on iTunes. We can go listen to the music anytime, but we don't get an opportunity to sit down and chat with the likes of a Marcia Griffith. So take me back. I know this is a Mother's Day show. Take me back to a young Marcia. I know you grew up in Kingston. How did you fall in love with this music so that at this 2018, I'm sitting down here talking with one of my favorite vocalists all time, Miss Marcia Griffiths?
Well, first of all, I don't want to fall in love. I like to stand.
Mad.
Yes,
I love it.
I stand in love from an early age.
Right?
You know, before I started professionally, I just used to love to sing.
Right.
I used to harmonize everything I hear playing on the radio. No matter how many harmonies in it, I would find one.
Wow.
And that's how it all started. But professionally, there was a duet in Jamaica called the Blues Busters. And he had a girlfriend who lived the same place where I was living. And he heard me singing with this guy who lived in the same yard where I live in West Kingston,
Right.
Utah. He had a guitar, and Utah learned this little song called Wall of Love. And because I love harmony so much, when Utah was doing this song, I found the harmony to the song.
Wow.
And Philip James, he heard me the night singing and said, "Wow, this little girl can sing," you know. So
How old were you at this time?
I was 10.
Wow.
And I remember it was close to Easter Monday, and they usually have morning concert at Carib Theatre.
Right.
So Baron Lee was supposed to be performing there, you know, Easter morning show.
Right.
And Bossy said, "Boy, I have to put you on the stage Easter Monday." Anyway, long story short, he went to Baron and tell Baron about this little girl, and everybody fight it down, and because him say, "I can come and do one song." So, my favorite song at the time was Carla Thomas, "No Time to Lose."
Right.
That was a popular song in Jamaica, and I was inspired by Aretha Franklin, Carla Thomas, Dionne Warwick, Nancy Wilson. Those were my inspirations because we were influenced by American music at that time, you know? So I just love that song, "No Time to Lose." So I wanted to go and sing that one song on the morning show, but for some reason, them say, "Boy, no, it can't work." Byron Lee insisted, "No, we can't put her on because we show plan already." But Bossy insists on me coming. So I went to the rehearsal and rehearsed like one song.
Right.
But they were so reluctant to back me. Anyway, we do the song, and Easter Monday morning now, make a nice little dress car was 99 pounds. And I love when my clothes fit me tight, so I done an owl to the bone.
Right.
I went on stage, so Tony Verti introduced me. And let me tell you something, when I walk out there, I don't know that about stage and all that, so me stand up there waiting for the guitar to introduce the song, because that's how the song starts with the guitar. And like from yesterday, I can't hear the intro. And when we turn and I look, never know, say you mustn't turn and look. We see everybody around there laughing and all that, so them, we know that this is purpose, you know.
Right. It's a setup.
Me, yeah. And look here, I know that God did have a plan for me, because I hear a voice say, "Little girl, you better start singing, because the audience start to get uneasy."
Right.
Like they must say, "So go on up there."
Yeah.
And me, the voice say, "Start sing."
Bring up your mic.
And me just start to sing, "No Time to Lose." And them better follow me when I start. And look here, those days when you're singing another female artist song, you emulate them to the T. You want to sound like them.
Right.
You dot the I's and you cross the T's, and you want to sound like Aretha.
Right.
Or if it's a Carla Thomas, whatever it is. And when I was singing the harmonies while I was doing the melody, and they couldn't believe it. So every time I make a slower and sing the harmony, the place just went up in.
Wow. The 10-year-old girl. Wow.
And the rest is history.
History, as they say.
They took me to Studio One the very same day. From Carib Theatre to Studio One, I saw Bob Marley. The only person I knew there at the time was Bunny Wheeler, because we went way back from kindergarten.
Right.
And I saw Sister Rita, Ken Booth, Delroy Wilson, all the great entertainers were there.
Wow.
And I went straight in the studio. And when I called this little guy, know that we was doing the song with the guitar, And he might tell me, say, boy, nobody going there, no nervous thing. You know. So I said, no, man. And is him going to go get nervous? And Jackie me too said to me, little girl, you know the song? So I said, yes. And him say, because they wanted us to sing and so they could find the chords for the song. And he was nervous. So anyway, I started to sing the song and they found the chords and I ended up doing the song all by myself. And he was very upset.
Wow.
But anyway.
So it was supposed to be a duet?
Duet. It is a duet.
Right. So you ended up recording that one by yourself?
Yes, and harmonizing it too.
Wow. 10 years old. 10 years old. Yeah. Wow. It's amazing you mentioned that when it comes to, you know, the lineage and so forth, where you started. Coming back to present day, you've got an extensive catalog. You could probably rock a stage for hours just dropping classics after classics. With a vast catalog like yours, do you still get excited about creating new music?
Of course. Because, I mean, that's what life is about, you know.
Right.
You know, variety. And every day, you know, you find something new, ideas. Mm-hmm. You know, you have to have a vision and you have to move with the times. This is a different generation. You know?
Right.
So
attention span is not there.
Yes, so that's why I like to mix with the youth. Mm-hmm. And I do a lot of collaborations with the younger artists. Right. You know, it's like from Bob Andy or U-Roy to Romeo and Virgo. I've done 50 collaborations with different people. Wow.
Am I really hearing your lungs? Just like I dreamed it would be. I feel like we're frozen in time. You're the only one I could see. Hey, I've looked all my life for you. Now you're here. Hey, I've spent all my life with you. All my life. And I never really knew how to love. I just hope somehow I'd see just for a little help from above. Send an angel down to me. Hey, I've looked all my life for you, and now you're here. Hey, I've spent all my life with you. All of my life. All my life. Never thought that I could be in love so tenderly, and I never thought I could let it show. Now my heart is on my sleeve. This love will never leave. I know. Hey, I've looked all my life for you. Now you're here. Hey, I've spent all my life with you. All my life.
You know, so it's amazing and a wonderful feeling for me that I can stand on a stage and do a song with Skip,
Skip Marley?
who is his third generation, because I was there with Bob Marley, and I was there with Ziggy and Steve and Damien and all of them, and now I can go on a stage
Third
and
generation.
do a song with Skip. So it is awesome. It is an awesome feeling for me to know that I'm the same person doing all these things, first, second, and third generation. Wonderful.
And I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing. Now, 10-year-old Marcia Griffiths, back then, nervous on stage for 2 minutes and then blowing down the place. Did you ever imagine that a day would come when we'd be looking at you and saying, hey, you're the queen of reggae music?
Never. I had no vision of this because, first of all, my father never wanted me to be a singer. He thought singing was degrading, and
Right.
he didn't want me to sing at all. But I know that this is something that is ordained from the Almighty God Himself.
Right.
No apology when I say that.
Wow.
Because I yearned from a young age that I want to serve mankind.
Right.
I don't know what it would be for me to serve mankind,
Right.
because it would limit me if I was even a doctor or a nurse, which I don't like.
Right.
And
Touch the flesh, but you can't touch the soul.
that's right. But
Yeah.
God had a bigger plan for me.
Right.
So I can touch souls to the four corners of the universe, which no doctor in the universe can do.
Wow.
So that is the greatest feeling for me. That's the plan He had for me, to touch souls, to reach out, to teach, to educate, to uplift.
Wow.
You know, it is amazing when I can stand on stage and know that I can reach out in my audience and make someone happy and
That
to
you
touch
do.
someone's soul, and they send that positive vibration back to me.
Right.
I am totally, instantly rejuvenated.
I love it. I love it. And you have that warmth that transcends the music too. I remember, you probably won't remember, but I ran into you. My daughter loves music, just like I do. And every time she meets an artist that she likes, it's auntie. She's not. If I introduce her to an artist and she likes the artist, she'll say, "Oh, auntie this, auntie that," and I'm like, "Stop saying that." I ran into you in Coral Springs once, and she was with me, and I felt the same way. And I said, "Auntie Marcia," and then she looked at me after and she said, "Didn't you tell me?" That but that's the warmth that you give out. Now you're a mother yourself. This is a Mother's Day show.
Yeah.
What does Mother's Day mean to you?
Oh my goodness. Mother's Day, I say it every day. Mother's Day is every single day. To be a mother, you're a mother of creation.
Yeah.
And I just said on stage tonight that a mother's love and care is compared to Almighty God. Because Him say,
Yeah.
I will comfort you like a mother comforts her child. Can you imagine?
True.
There's nothing and no one like a mother. Even if it's animals, they care their children.
Right. Right.
And that feeling, that warmth, that touch, that care, that everything that a mother gives, nothing can replace it.
Wow. That's beautiful. And it is absolutely true. I used to sometimes tell my dad, I said, listen, it's not your fault or whatever the case may be, but mothers are in a place in our lives that you can never be. Doesn't mean we don't love you, we don't care for you, but it's just...
I love every mother. Trust me.
Yeah.
Every mother have that, that special thing within her. That
That's your
caring
mom.
feel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love every mother.
And that's why it was a joy to be out at this event, because just celebrating not just my mom, not just your mom,
Yeah.
but just mothers
Mothers.
on a whole.
Amen.
You know,
Yeah.
mothers,
I recorded
grandmothers,
a song
mothers.
some time ago, long time, that says, I was child of a mother. Now I'm a mother of a child.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
And that is so real.
Yes.
So real. Now, again, as a fan, because I'm a huge fan. I often wonder, again, going back to the catalog of music, is there a song that you just love singing on stage above and beyond all the others?
After 54 years in the business, there could never be a song.
Right, right.
I could never put my finger on just one song and say I love to sing this song. There are quite a few songs that I love to sing. Survival is one of my favorite songs, and it's a song that is dedicated to the sisters.
Right.
Because a lot of sisters get abused by a lot of foolish
So true.
brothers.
So true. That hits home.
Unwise, don't respect or love women, you know. And I did that song. That song is written by Brent Doe. But when I heard that song, excuse me, I just love that song because of the message.
Right.
And it relates to the woman and the abuse that they get from the men in, you know, some of the men in their lives. So that's one of my favorite songs that I love to sing.
Right.
But there are other songs that I do love to sing as well.
Depending on the day and the mood.
Yes. And
gotcha.
the song has to have a message.
No, it's amazing because a lot of times the audience is out there and they're feeling it, and a lot of times in their eyes, sometimes I think they get the impression that you're just out there doing the job. But a lot of times as an artist on stage, you're giving it, they're loving it, but they have no idea how much you love it too.
Oh, of course. And it's because of the love that I have for it and the way how I send it to them, why they can feel it. Because
Absolutely.
if you don't feel it first, they can't feel it.
That's so
So
true.
you have to send it. It's the way you send it out. It goes out there and it manifests. That's why we say the word is a power, and it goes out there and it manifests and becomes flesh. So we have to be careful of our utterance and the things that we say.
True.
So it come back to haunt us.
Words of power.
Yeah.
The pen is wow. In 1989, the song "Electric Boogie" was remixed, and it birthed, of course, the Electric Slide, and has gone on to be the all-time biggest selling single of a female singer.
It's electric.
You can't see it.
It's electric.
You gotta feel it.
It's electric.
Ooh, it's shocking.
It's electric.
Dig it up, Mr. Kelly with that bubble nut melody. She's a moving along electric.
She's all got the boogie.
You gotta know it.
It's electric.
Woogie, woogie, woogie. Then you can't hold it.
It's electric.
Woogie, woogie, woogie. But you know it's there. Here, there, and everywhere. I've got to move. I'm going on a party ride. I've got to groove, groove, groove. And from this music I just can't hide. Are you coming with me? Come, let me take you on a party ride. And I'll teach you, teach you, teach you. I'll teach you the electric slide. Some say it's a mistake.
It's electric.
Woogie, woogie, woogie. You can't resist it.
It's electric.
Woogie, woogie, woogie. You can't do without it.
It's electric.
Woogie, woogie, woogie. Thinking of Miss Somebody, she's a chicken, a feeling jolly, she's a moving along with it.
She's all got the boogie.
Don't wanna lose it.
It's electric.
Woogie, woogie, woogie. But you can't use it.
It's electric.
Woogie, woogie, woogie. But you know it's there. Here, there, and everywhere. I've got to move. Come, let me take you on a party ride. And I'll teach you, teach you, teach you. I'll teach you the electric slide.
How did Electric Boogie change the career of Marcia Griffiths?
I don't know if it changed my career because that song was originally done in 1982, written by Bunny Wailer. And it was released and went to the #1 spot in Jamaica, and it was always there. Wow. Going. So it was the same original Electric Boogie that was being played in Washington, D.C. when the group of people who came together and put this dance to the song.
The electric slide?
In Washington, D.C. Electric slide. They used to do the moonwalk to the dance first.
Right.
And this is 1989. So because it was going so well, and I was looking for Bonnie to do a video. Couldn't
Right.
find Bonnie. So, you know, when I finally found Bonnie in Jamaica, he was doing a video for his own version.
Oh, okay. Have Electric Boogie.
Yeah, but originally that song was written. Let me tell you quickly. This is a story that a lot of people would never even dream, you know.
Right.
I3, Judy Rita and myself, we went to Canada to do a show. And of course, in a male-dominated business, 9 out of 10 times you're not being paid.
Right.
And you get some hard luck story. But because you're a woman,
Right.
you know, you can't tell them some things like where
The man would.
tell them. So
Yep.
you just take it and so we got 700 Canadian dollars each of us. That was our pay.
For that show.
Yes. And I took my little $700 and I was walking downtown and I saw a rhythm box that I fell in love with. And I just buy that rhythm box and I took it home. But this rhythm box could play every beat and every
Right.
sound. Hawaiian, bossa nova, cha-cha, and all the beats. But I fell in love with one particular rhythm on the box. They call it the repeater sound. The piano going ding 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 ding. So Bonnie and I go way back. So he always visit and bring nice fruits for me and everything from Portland.
Right.
So I said, Bonnie, look at this box and listen to this sound. And oh gosh, he was fascinated too. So I love that rhythm so much that Bonnie did the beat first, boop, bop, and put the ding 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 ding
Right.
beat going. And he recorded that, took it to Portland where he was living at the time, came back the following day with the song, and then we used the same rhythm box to overdub at least 10 or 11 keyboard parts.
Wow.
And then Colleen, Sly, and Robbie, and they did the overdub on the thing, and that's
And that was it.
Everything was done spontaneous. We never sleep on anything, and it was just out. It's just a happy song, and you know.
To this day, I mean, I don't think I couldn't tell last time I went to a wedding or something and Electric Slide wasn't played.
It's true.
So you are a part of not reggae history, you're a part of life and marriages and so forth.
Yes.
But I mind people ask you for pay for part of divorce and everything that you know because it's a lot. Now you mentioned the I3s. A question I always had was, I feel kind of robbed, you know. How come there was never an I3s album?
Of course.
There is?
There are two I3's album. The first one is called The Beginning. The next one, The Beginning, was produced by Tom Bell.
Now, is that the one that I3 singing Bob Marley?
That's the second one.
So, but the first one is I3's originals.
Yes.
Come sing the song to you.
All right, you know what you think.
Glenn, ladies and gentlemen. So that first album was original music? Original I3's music?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, I gotta go get that.
Original songs.
Was it ever on vinyl?
Yes.
I gotta go find that. I had no idea. I only knew of the one that was I3 singing Bob.
No.
Wow. And I know time's of the essence. Let me ask you this, because I have this thing that we are doing here that we're talking about, you know, South Florida artists and so forth. You are the gold standard. Once you have achieved excellence as human beings, we tend to look at what's next. You know what I mean? Who's the next Michael Jordan? Who's the next Usain Bolt? Who's the next Biggie or Pac? Is there any young female artists out there right now that when you see them do their thing, you say, you know what, I'm a little comfortable with the game. This will be all right. Is there any female artists out there right now that you look at and you say, you know what, we'll be all right?
Well, there are quite a few female out there, and if I have to pat myself on the shoulder, I will do that. To have inspired almost everyone. I didn't say it. They always acknowledge in
Absolutely.
that I have been their inspiration and their role model over the years. So it is such a pleasure to know that it's no more male-dominated.
True.
And I would easily say it's like a 50-50 thing.
True.
Where the women are concerned. But There are so many talent out there right now. Believe me, women.
Yeah.
And I am happy to see that they're rising. And with this rising star in Jamaica,
Yeah.
it's doing really, really good too.
It is.
To highlight
Young talent.
a lot of young talent, you know. But right now, we have Itana out there.
Yes.
We have Queen of Reggae. We have Tanya Stevens. We have
Some of my
Oh,
favorites.
Lord. Yes.
I love it. I love it. Well, I must thank you.
We have Elaine. Oh my
Tessan.
goodness, Tessa. Oh Lord.
And
They
some
are
really young
all
songstresses
they're
coming up. Lila
all
Ike.
my favorite.
I love it. I love it. I love
Tessan
it.
is wow.
She's
something
amazing.
Amazing.
She's nothing short of amazing. Well, I tell you what, they're grateful to you. I'm grateful to you. I'm a fan. I'm a consumer of the music. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, first of all, for
Thank
taking the
you.
time. I know we've got to run. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Miss Marcia Griffiths. And I don't know when we're going to do this again, but the next time it's going to be a kidnap situation. We're going to be sitting down for 2 hours. We're going to talk about
2
everything.
hours is not enough.
Well, you said it, and it's on video. So, so we'll go for 4. We can do that.
Oh, about doubling it.
So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm getting excited. You see, it's
This
the
is
same
a
thing.
journey, 54 years, you know?
So we can't wrap it up in a couple of hours.
No.
What we should probably do is 1 a week.
Yes.
All right, you heard it.
Sounds more like it.
When I'm on here by myself, I don't get no hearts, but Marcia Griffiths is on, and it's all hearts and all them things. I'm not a hater or nothing.
Look
but
here, first of all, you know, well, I should say before I go, I have to say to my people, my friends, my fans, well, they are now my family. I am thankful that God has preserved me for 54 years in the business, but trust me, the only reason why I'm sitting here now with you is because of the fans.
Absolutely.
Because in a male-dominated business, I mean, I would have gone long ago.
Come on, gone.
For the
Yeah.
experience that I've had, and the holes and the ups and the downs, and you go out, travel so far. I don't like to fly. I hate flying. And then when you fly and go places, hard luck story, no money, and you
Yeah,
know.
you've seen it all.
When you walk out on the stage and you see, you know, the
people,
love,
the love.
the love.
Yeah.
It's only the love that has kept me. And I just want to tell everyone right now that I will continue to give love as long as you keep sending it back. We just exchange it and rejuvenate ourselves, you know, through the power and the medium of this music.
Well, I can speak on behalf of the masses. We appreciate you. And if we keep loving it, you're going to keep singing, then we're not stop love. All right?
Well, you remember I say I shall sing as long as I live.
All
and
right.
I'm endorsing it right now.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I shall sing as long as I live, and as long as I live, I shall sing, and I shall sing as long as I live, and as long as I live, I shall sing. Even though I'm old, but I'm young. A little weak, but I know I am strong. Old enough to know what's right. Young enough to dance all night. Too weak to hold it back. Strong enough to give you a heart attack. The situation sweet my soul. As long as I live, I shall sing. As long as I live, and as long as I live, I shall sing, and I shall sing as long as I live, and as long as I live, I shall sing. In my days, I've seen many faces, and been many places. Too late to turn back now. If I do, Jah will strike me down. Yes, I have places to go. Yes, and a lot of things to do. If you think I'd give it up now, as long as I live, I shall sing. As long as I live, and as long as I live, I shall sing. gold all over, love message I'll bring. He put a song in my heart, yes I know. Come along people, good seeds will sow. I don't care what they do or say, I'll never stop singing, oh no, no way. Someday I will get my pay, as long as I live I shall sing. As long as I live, and as long as I live, I shall sing, and I shall sing. As long as I live, and as long as I live,
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Homegrown with G. Cole right here. We're doing a Facebook Live. Marcia already promised all of us, this is actually a verbal contract. She don't realize it yet, but it's out there in the stratosphere. She will be back. We'll be talking for the next 3 years, and we got a whole much more stuff coming for you. Thank you again so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. Enough love and blessings.
Pleasure's all
And
mine.
keep the fire burning.
Oh, I will. I sure will. If I can't cool, can't quench. Give thanks.
You look like you're ready to wrap up this thing.
I am not.
I see a long list of things.
Yeah, trust me. And there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in. It has indeed been a pleasure. Please be sure to subscribe to the podcast Homegrown with G. Cole, available now on Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all your podcast platforms. Also, check out the website homegrownwithgcole.com for all things homegrown. Remember, be safe, be kind, and be good to each other. My name is G. Cole, and this is Homegrown.
Nakikinika sa música, Homegrown with G. Cole.
Estás escuchando Homegrown con G. Cole.
您现在正在收听的是 Homegrown with G. Cole.
You're listening to Homegrown with G. Cole.
Remember, all the music played here on the podcast Homegrown with G. Cole is available on iTunes, Spotify, and all your digital retailers. Please support the artist.